Dave here. I'm with Dr. Rexam Rogers, president of SAT7 USA. Dr. Rogers, we've been taught that we watch too much TV here in the States. Is that true in the Middle East?
Well, I grew up in a Christian home and actually was taught the same thing from good, godly parents. And the reason is, as Christians, we've always been a little concerned about and with good reason, the values being taught for the most part on television that don't align with our faith. But television can be a positive tool in the right hands, and certainly in the Middle East, where illiteracy is very, very high, where television is a very accepted cultural part of their lives, and it's always on. In any Arab home in particular, you go there and they'll turn it up while you're there, not because they don't like you, but because it's just ambiance, it's just always on. And so they watch a lot of television, and they watch in kinship groups. It's not just 1, 2, 3, they'll watch together. So it's a very powerful tool, and for Christian programming, to be able to come off satellite virtually uncensored. I say virtually because technically, somehow out there it's possible, but it's very expensive and almost impossible to jam or censor satellite television. And consequently, we can beam into closed countries and reach anybody with a television set, and that's an incredible tool for that part of the world.
How is Christian TV different in the United States than it is in the Middle East?
Well, it's different in a number of ways, and culturally, of course, our cultures are different, and so we address different things in ways that are acceptable to people of Middle East and North Africa. We at SAT7 try to put on the air as many Middle Eastern faces, if you will, as possible. We're not programming Westerners like me and then dubbing them over there. In fact, 80% of our programming is produced in the Middle East by Middle Easterners. In fact, you know, I've come along later to SAT7, but I think it's one of the accomplishments of SAT7 and contributions is when it started 16 years ago, there were very few people who had enough courage, if you will, to get on the air and be on Christian television. And SAT7 has had a tremendous role in helping to develop the number of videographers and actors and producers and all of the people that go in to making good Christian TV. Our television programming features every genre of good television that you can think of. Dramas, movies, films, comedies, cartoons. By the way, cartoons are the easiest to bring from the West because you can dub them without worrying about the lip syncing kind of a thing. VeggieTales is one that we use regularly. So again, it's a very powerful tool, and it's high quality production.
How is SAT7 using the new media?
We're thinking about it, and we're active both. Thinking about it in terms of looking at smartphones and what's happening with on-demand TV or over the internet kind of television, figuring that out, because we're not about satellites, we're about the message of Christ and Christianity, and so we'll evolve with the technology. We're using it in the sense of right now being on YouTube, for example. In the last couple of years, there's been a lot more programming there as we've been able to add full episodes, and we're getting a lot more hits from throughout the Middle East, our principal broadcast area. Some countries block the internet, and as you probably know, you can block internet websites where you can't really block satellite television. So I was in Turkey, for example, a year ago, and I couldn't get on YouTube. Now, they've since lightened up a little bit, changed it, but it's still difficult in some other areas. But internet usage is also increasing throughout the Middle East, but still well behind other regions of the world. But our YouTube hits are skyrocketing. So we're on there in Farsi, we're on there in Arabic, we're on there in Turkish. We've got some English captioned and some of our marketing videos where people can, and English speakers, understand what we do. But it's amazing. By the way, we're also getting a lot of feedback through something they call SMS. We call it texting here, but that's the principal way we're hearing now. That and Facebook messaging is how we're hearing from our audience.